congressman for Jamestown or somebody we should be really proud of. Really, very high integrity. Anybody that participated in the Nuremberg trials, there's no greater trial in history than that was. And he was the head man in that. So I like him very, very much. Sweeney, and ask him if we should start working on something. A big project.
The big mistake was letting it be recorded. At least you could have denied it otherwise. We could have gotten a good attorney for you.
Reggie's done the Civic Center. He did a real good project there. Something in that order. It doesn't have to be a theater or anything like that, but something that all the people can contribute. You know, when I say contributed, they'll enjoy it. When people say they're happy to be part of their church, I guess I need I need a pat on the back. I got the neatest Christmas gift from a woman. It is a plaque that says 100 years from now, it will not matter what my bank account was, or what sort of house I lived, or the kind of car I drove, but the world may be a better place because of me. And I keep that right here.
That's enough of that. That's one of your schmooze.
Before you go though, we do have to get you do some business here. Get you to
If
sign.
you want to see the entire thing, I've got the video at home.
This really is an extraordinary day. I'm just going to keep these autographs, by the way.
That's right.
I know a lot.
Especially if you use them on a letterhead, my bank of substance.
Betty, I will add your name. That's the question. When the date, how does Gabby? I just got to continue to ask the question because I want to make sure that they are a third participant in this, that they are comfortable as a. I know in one sense you can treat it just as a funding source. I mean, this is just a grant and you just react to it and you don't treat it any extraordinary than this. But certainly I want to be sure, and I explained this to Tom, that to the extent and to the involvement they want to be, we welcome it.
I think I will kind of be up to the board how they want to be recognized in that regard, whether they just want to make it as a grant and make a low profile, or if they prefer.
Will it be beginning of March? Is it
March 6th.
March 6th?
It's quicker you think.
Oh, you better believe it.
Well, the beauty of March 6th is
You want mine?
March 5th is the vote of the membership of the Masons. So that is a work on terrific. I'm sure that wasn't the design, but it was. Do you need, Phil, listen, where last conversations were, I believe, with Carter, maybe it makes sense, but he was hoping to get a narrative, Debbie was hoping to get a narrative that, I think they have, do you have enough on the Jackson project per se?
Well, we have everything you've sent.
So if you need more to get to the March, let me know. But I think there was also a sense that as we're funding Jackson, that in fact will keep this group on course to draw completion of at least the first phase. And then once that's done, that may have that leverage effect. So they're investing $500,000 to make sure the viability of this venture. And if we're viable here, then we'll make the other thing by nature a little more viable. And I think he wanted some sort of narrative from you as to kind of the vision of that. Am I making that up?
Well, I have a note for an application for March 1, so I presumably going to be writing it on behalf of Board of Jackson, so
So we'll get that clarified. I think if you get to the point where you formalize your board, that the information obviously that the Heavy Board would want to know. If you have an idea of how you want to use the funding, that would be helpful. Otherwise, I think probably the board would be comfortable with a kind of an open-ended commitments and to decide how to be spent.
Okay. As you get closer and you find that there are some I's that need to be dotted, T's to cross, let either one of us know so that you have it. Last thing we want to have March 6th, somebody ask you and say, it's not all here.
Well, this is kind of a special situation, a historic occasion, and I think that the board will respond appropriately. Theoretically, our agenda is already closed, but I think in this case there'll be exceptions to it.
I've heard they may waive notice.
They do do that once in a while.
Yesterday was beautiful for a lot of reasons, the Bar Association, but one of the guys who did attend was Chuck. Now, I see Chuck being your president. I don't think had heard from me directly what was going on. He's certainly been kept in the loop, and there's no surprise. But to hear it point blank when I gave the presentation, and the video, and everything that Tom Cardman had seen and you had seen, and talking in great detail about it, Chuck led the charge at the bar meeting. Among others, so there was a tie-in there, which may or may not have had to have happened, but it did.
It's crazy. Somewhere along. When did we get that $125,000? What was it?
April 1st.
April 1st.
That's the Masons closing that.
Yeah.
We'll talk next week about.
There'll be
hopefully
a
have
tax issue, probably closing will probably be 132.
some tax prorations. There's some disbursements and all that other title insurance, normal real estate stuff. But as we look towards that,
Well, if we set an April 1st deadline, not deadline, but date, where you'd like to have operating cash, practically immediately, send in 200,000. It's going to send in a bunch. And that way, the basics are getting started.
that's right.
Dan Bratton, what's got to be done, and all that stuff.
Perfect. I do want a picture just for my own self. This here, these incorporated.
Okay, we'll take a couple here. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
But you reminded me to put lipstick on.
Oh,
You look great.
Would you like to take a minute to go in and freshen up?
That's I probably would have said the same thing.
You guys have been terrific. And I can't tell you how, really, I say this sincerely, the fact that this is moving along, at the speed it's moving along, is so welcome to so many groups who know that things get bogged down in study, feasibility studies. Let's have a committee look at this. And
I tell you, you're pretty terrific yourself.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's everybody is
One
an
That's
excellent
right.
one,
Thank you.
and I tell you,
But
it is
Greg has
exciting.
been the driving force.
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes,
That
yes.
is-
It really, every project, has that one
That's right.
voice.
Well, I've yet to meet an obstacle. This is where the bubble I'm waiting for the burst. When you're talking to guys in Cleveland, Ohio, and New York City, and you talk about the project, and I want somebody to give me a reality check saying, Greg, come on, this isn't going to work. I don't hear that.
It'll
Because
come
it's a
along.
good project.
Don't worry about it.
Why not?
When it comes, when it comes.
Are you finding time to do anything with your law practice?
Oh, yeah. While everybody else is out skiing and bowling and doing all those things,
This is what you enjoy.
Well, the things get tough too.